And this is the Daily Go Get It Business Show. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. We're talking about a different kind of relationship tonight, though. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be good. Are we good? Audio locked in. Video good. We straight. Everybody's here. Well, you know, maybe not everybody, but the important people have showed up in the building. What's good? So let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Word. Get. Okay, get rid of that. Matter of fact, tell you what, got something for your dumb ass. There you go. There you go.
Hey man, how you doing?
Okay, cool. All right. We ain't taking no calls yet, but we do have to have the sound. Oh, we good. We good. Okay. All right, hold on a second. Because it almost sounded legit. Hold on.
You have a call from.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. In case y'all don't know, I don't take questions until after my intro. So let's put it this way. I'm not going to take. Look, what time is it? It's 2:09. I won't be taking any calls until at least 2:20. That's good enough. Now, where was I? What up, y'all? Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the daily. It's the daily go-getter-mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. You know what we are talking about tonight? Elon and Trump. Elon and Trump. What? Elon and Trump. What's going on? Are they bringing the funk? Is it real? Is it Memorex? Is it two men that used to have sex? I don't really know what's going on, but something really out this whole thing is wrong. Is it WWE? Is you coming down? Are you come this for free? Yo, it's about to be wrecked. Yeah, show a little respect. So I'ma let you know we gonna get into this show right now. And you know how. When we do this. We do this every single day, every single day, every day. Every day it rains, every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby, every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go-Getterism Show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should. Also, tonight on the Daily Go-Getterism Show, we are talking about Elon against Trump. Is it real or WWE. A lot of people do not believe that what is happening in politics, as far as the president of the United States and the richest man in the world, is really real. A lot of people do not think that what they are seeing, what they are hearing, what they are experiencing is real. And for good reason, because nothing remotely close to what is happening has ever happened before in politics, not in American politics. I don't think this has ever happened in politics, period. We are seeing the information age, the internet age, the social media age blow up in the faces of those who used it for their advantage, used it to their advantage in the beginning, and now they are getting their ass whooped. So what we really want to cover tonight, is, are we really seeing what we seem to be seeing with our own eyes? Are we going to believe what's really going on, or our lying eyes? I don't know. I'm not saying now for the people that I've heard say that this is all just an act, they're just playing this out and acting like they're against each other, and they're not. I'm like, let me tell you something. If they are playing around with this, the credibility of these two men and the countries that they represent is shot for good. No one will ever believe in politics or what politicians have to say ever again. And I don't see how that can benefit anyone in any era ever. So, saying that with Elon, like we talked about on Monday, Elon messing up the money a little bit, you know what I mean? Getting into some business, some American business as far as the big, beautiful bill was concerned. That's one thing. But when you start talking about the things that Donald Trump holds dear, which is really his self-image and his reputation. And Donald Trump is used to being able to set the narrative. He's used to being able to set the narrative and control the narrative of all the negativity that he creates. And I have to say the negativity that he creates, because this man can't stay out of trouble. Now, in this instance, he will not be able to, he has not been and will not be able to escape his culpability in this one, because this isn't the Democrats coming at his ass. This is the man he gave the keys to all of the information when Elon was head of Doge, and all of the Trumpers were saying, well, so what? He already had Twitter. He already had PayPal. So he knows your personal information anyway. So what are you worried about it for? What's he really going to do with the information? Well, to all of the people who got fired, and to all of the people who are watching this go down with between Elon and Trump, now you see what could happen. So when Democrats or anybody else who was against Trump talked about his involvement with Jeff Epstein and all of that, he could easily blow that off like, that's nothing. But when Elon says it, and he has insider information, he has access to transcripts and videos and information that the public has not seen. So when you talk about releasing the files on Epstein, well, you don't really have to go any farther than Elon. Now, do we trust that Elon is telling the truth? If you were able to trust that Trump was telling the truth all of these years, then why not Elon? Why not Elon? Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. Let's have this conversation tonight. Let's get into this crazy situation. The craziest part about it to me is that it feels like trash talk. It feels like it feels like a catty situation between supposedly two men. But I'll be honest, y'all know my feelings on Donald Trump have never been positive. And when it comes to Elon Musk, I'm definitely never been a fan of this guy. Sorry, y'all, I gotta make sure that before I get into this show, make sure I go ahead and get right. Go ahead and get right So take my allergy pills as I'm about to make sure that we got everything we need to get this party started correctly. Yeah. All right. All righty. So we are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. All right. What up? What up? How y'all feeling? T Carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peepers going directly into your site. And Dimples D's, thanks for coming on through. When I tag you, you just say freeze. And Cheryl Halsey, what's going on, ma? I appreciate you so much. You're so fly. Kim's Women's in the house. You know how we do it, and we trash this fool. That's no doubt. My man Troy, the T, the R, the O, the Y. He comes through with the gear, always looking fly. The fresh sneaks on the feet. Yeah, something that's a feet. Yo, you gotta see him. Yeah, the boy's something to meet. What up, y'all? What up? Let me drop this peel. Let me drop this peel. We good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Make sure y'all hit that like button. For the people who were trying to call while I was doing my intro, sorry y'all couldn't get through. It's like, no, I'm not sorry y'all couldn't get through. They must be new to the channel, but I wasn't answering. But then again, it could have been on some positive shit because they don't know that I'm the only one who's running the show from here. Like, I don't have call screeners or somebody to pick up the phone. It has to actually be me. So if I'm beating on drums, I'm not answering the phone at the same time. But no, no disrespect, no harm, no foul. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call the boy back. Because he seemed like he was serious. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button, please. Do me that one little solid. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel. You don't want to do all that. Just hit the like button. That's all. Hit the like button. It ain't putting no money in my pocket, and it ain't taking no money out of yours. Hold on, Triz. Not yet, son. It's not yet, son. Not yet, son. You gotta chill. Hold on. How about hit you back? I got you. I said no calls until 2:20. I got you. Everything good. So yeah, this whole thing going on between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, this thing is blowing the internet up crazy, yo. This thing is destroying the internet. This thing got the world on fire. The whole world is looking at this mess. So, for the people out there that were saying, yo, this is all a ploy, this is all an act, this is all, I'm like, yeah, I don't think you understand the consequences. I understand, you saying that this is a distraction because it is. But this is actually a welcome distraction because I'm not sure if the Democrats were going to be able to infiltrate the GOP in any kind of way when it comes to Donald Trump. So this may be it. This may be their time to strike while the iron is hot. It may be the way this may have been the only entrance to be able to get in here and sow the seeds of division and forget about dividing. How about waking some people up? Since they want to demonize the word woke, since they want to make that seem like it's some bad liberal thing, I bet you a lot of people aren't sleeping well tonight. I have never seen Donald Trump run from a fight, a political fight anyway. He's running from this. He's running hard. For the caller, last number is 5983. I'll let you know when I'm opening up the lines. I'll let you know when I'm opening up the lines. The lines right now are shut down. It is 2:20, but it ain't 2:20 enough. It ain't 2:20 enough. But like I said, it's all good, Troy. It's all good. But yeah, so we all here love Donald Trump. Good. You're going to get a chance to prove it tonight. You are going to get a chance to prove that shit tonight. Because trust me, your man needs it. Your man is going to he needs all of your support. He needs all of your support now because he's getting his ass whooped. And it's kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? You know, like he didn't know he was getting into a slap box. He thought he was going to be able to actually get into, you know, a rumble in the ring with the gloves on. Nah, he getting smacked up. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop lying, pussy. The fuck out of here. And the crazy part is, diehard Trump supporters, they're about to learn some shit. They're about to see some shit that they have refused to see before. And it ain't coming from the Democrat side. That's the crazy part. So y'all believe everything that rich people say? Well, good. You got the richest man in the world spilling the tea. Spilling the tea. This shit is crazy as hell. This shit is crazy as hell. But I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think? What are y'all initial thoughts? Like, can you believe this shit? Like, when we did the show on Monday, I was like, yeah, you know. Was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday. Sorry, when we did the show on Tuesday about, you know, Trump and Elon, like they really beefing? But evidently, Elon has decided, like, hold my beer. Watch me drop bombs daily on y'all motherfuckers. Y'all ain't seen nothing. This motherfucker is hell bent on, I don't know if you would call it revenge, but he is definitely on offense. He got Trump backing up like, yo, turn the audio off. Tell them they can't ask. I don't even want the people to hear the questions that y'all asking me, let alone I ain't answering. Trump not answering. Now, you know how he always responds to questions. He don't answer questions, but he responds. There's a difference between responding to an answer and answering a question. I mean, there's a difference between responding to a question, which he always does, and actually answering a question. He doesn't normally answer any questions. And now you can see why. You know, like all of the MAGA people are always defending Trump no matter what he does. They speak for him, they interpret things for him, and all of that kind of shit. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. For all of the people, and there are a lot of them, who believe anything that wealthy people say and who think that wealthy people are smarter than everybody else, well, here's your time. You go, nah, gonna have a good time. Hey, nah, gonna have a good time. It's about to be some shit. My people's hunk sports is in the house. Let me see, Zach. I'm gonna shout y'all out even if I don't like y'all. We win. I don't know how you say his last name. Man, Clip Zad. Buana Haguski. Okay. Guido BMX. Let me see. Who else? Omega TV. All right, that's what's up. Oh, yeah, fuck you, Omega TV. Yeah. All right, listen. For all y'all bitch ass trolls that are coming in tonight, welcome. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. You've come to the right place. We have a phone number up there. Y'all can call in and actually get your shit off. You know, but if you call in talking stupid shit, yeah, it's not going to work out well. But I do give you a platform for you to be able to come and express yourself. You know, like you can finally get off of the bathroom toilet and wipe the lotion off of your hand, the cum off of the seat. You know what I mean? Because I know y'all little short dick motherfuckers, y'all be like y'all don't, you know, y'all ain't got enough dick to, you know what I'm saying, pull off hard. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all shit fall right on the toilet seat. Y'all shit for... Make sure, be courteous. Be courteous to the rest of the people in the house. Don't let them sit on your nut. You know what I mean? Don't let them sit on your nut. That's not cool. That's not cool. All right, let's get it started, baby. Yeah. Yeah, some people call it rubbing one out. Some people call it pulling one off. Rubbing one out, pulling one off. They ain't got enough to pull it. It's all good, baby. It's all good. All right. Elon against Trump. Real or WWE? Real or WWE? All right. This may be a troll. It's a foreign number. Let's see what it is.
You have a call from.
Caller with the last number is 2897. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
Hey, man. Hey, what's going on, bro?
All right. What's on your mind?
Hey, is this a safe space?
Listen, man, stop fucking around. I'm not having it. What's on? You got 3 seconds. 1, 2. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. These motherfuckers. Now, here we go. 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 All right. Let me see here. Let your soul glow. Let your soul glow. All right. What's up, Kareem Akbar Muhammad? What's good? What's good? All right. Hold on.
You have a call from.
All right, what up, my dude? What's good? Yo, you there? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. What's up,
Yo,
man?
what's up, bro?
All right, you good?
I was just up here, texting. I was just texting, texting people in the chat. Let them know how I feel, how welcome we are. Welcome to the damn live stream.
Word.
You know.
Word.
You just gotta read what I think our brethren. You know.
That's what's up.
You ain't gotta do nothing, bro.
We good.
We got TK right down with the fight. Kim's ready to yell out our lungs. We got everybody on here ready to yell at the trolls.
Man,
do your show, bro.
We not, yeah, exactly, because we not doing this tonight. But I really do want to talk about this shit because this shit is unprecedented history. You over there getting right? You getting right, man?
Yeah, I'm getting right. I'm getting right.
Okay, all right. You getting right. You getting right. Okay, all right. That's what's up. That's what's up. As long as you get right. Get it right. Get it right.
I got it right, bro.
All right. Everything cool. But yeah, like I said, this is an unprecedented time in history. We've never seen anything like this before. And I hope to never see anything like this again. But since we are right here in the thick of things, right here in the mix, what is up? Have you been following this shit today? Have I been following it? Man, the shenanigans.
You got me sounding like the bull from the wire. Shit.
That shit is very appropriate. That is an appropriate term for the. I mean, this. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. The other day and yesterday, like Tuesday and Wednesday, I was like, okay, all right. Oh, wait, Elon getting aggressive. But this shit, the path that he seems to be on, he going machete. He going machete against a butterfly knife.
The WWE shit is out the window. So as soon as he said that the bull was on the fucking on the Epstein tapes, that was it.
Now everybody already, a lot of people already knew that, but Trump was dumbing it down, acting like he was going to drop the tapes and all of that. This could really fuck the bull up, but and it would really explain, as if we didn't know already. It would really explain why. Hold on.
You have a call from.
What is up?
Yeah, it would really explain why he needed to, tear down these agencies, revamp, realign the FBI and all of that, and put all of these people who have no experience in these positions, because they won't, they'll just do his bidding and they won't be concerned about his history.
That's the truth.
You know what I mean? And now Democrats have been saying this shit. Kamala Harris said it the whole time she was campaigning. Motherfuckers didn't want to listen. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to listen. And they'll still tell you today, no, I still don't want to hear it from her. Well, guess what? You get to hear it from somebody that you do like. Someone that you do respect. Even if you only respect him because of his money, then he has the highest level of respect in the world now, doesn't he?
Well, I put in the chat, I said Elon is spitting them bars, them Sammy the Bull Mafia bars, them Nino Brown and Court bars, drill music bars.
This motherfucker is doing more. He writing Donald Goins books.
Hey, yo.
You know what I mean?
You going deep in the lives.
Yeah, man.
People don't know who Donald Goins is.
I'm sure they do. All y'all colored folks know who I'm talking about. It's getting real.
Donald Goins.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Hey, you better hope that he don't deport him.
Yo, and I'm hearing that they talking about deporting. I'm like, y'all can't deport him. You can't do that. Nah. And that's the thing. How would they look trying to deport him and he was on board deporting other people? Y'all stamp this motherfucker. Ain't no deportation in the books. That ain't hell no.
And deport someone like the aircraft he's not going to get on. They would have to drill him to deport him.
Go ahead. What you say,
baby?
I mean, I'm just saying. How? What's up, Troy? How? How do you deport someone who doesn't even get on a commercial plane? How do you deport someone who can buy every single person who works for ICE? How? Because if he offers each one $1 million a piece, how many are going to turn it down?
I'm gonna let you know. Give me $1 million. He got my vote.
The thing is, that's not even.
She said she did not only will she take the million, be like, shit, you need to stay in my house.
Deporting Elon Musk would be political suicide. He would not survive 2025 if he did that shit. He would not survive. So anybody who would even suggest him doing that is out of their fucking mind, because you have painted yourself in a corner where this man can't be deported. You have painted yourself into a corner where you have made him a citizen. You gave him the keys to natural born citizens. And he has all of the information on everybody, and you gave it to him. So you can't call him no. You can't call him no briefcase. You can't call him no immigrant now.
Book and the briefcase.
Ain't no immigrant now. You done fucked up proper. Basically, that's your ass. You did. He painted himself in a corner. There's nowhere for him to go. He is a trap rat. He is a trap rat.
Hey, boy.
What we are watching is a disruption. We are watching two men with oversized platforms going at it. This is a following of competing interests.
They remind me of two grandfathers in a nursing home fighting over the jello.
Now, hold on, y'all. So since we're talking about is it real or WWE? Because this does have a lot of WWE-ish type of material in it. But the thing is, the consequences are too far-reaching and too dire in order for them to be playing around. I tried to explain to some people, I was like, yes, this is a distraction, but there's no way that this could be a distraction that you could just write off as like putting your right hand up so I could smack you with my left. It's not going to work because your credibility, the credibility of these two men, particularly Donald Trump, because he is the leader of the free world, and Elon is the richest man in the world. They can't fuck around. So even if they were putting on an act, doing street theater or whatever, like, yo, this ain't it. This ain't it. Elon is preying on all of those, like, Trump supporters love those, they love conspiracy theories. So he's playing right into them. He's playing right to them. You know what I mean? He got the violin, the cello. This motherfucker is making beautiful music to their ears. So on top of, look, Trump better lower all the prices of groceries by Friday. That's today, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. By 3:00 today, gas needs to be under $2 a gallon nationwide.
He's not doing that. He's up tweeting right now. He's up tweeting. These are theatrics.
What's he going to? What is he going to tweet?
It's a fracture. This has real economic, political, and legal implications. That's the problem with it all. It's theatrics, yes. Is it performative? Yes. Is it real? Yes. And the problem is, it is going to affect everything. And Trump is his ego is his ignorance. It's not even ego. His stupidity and ignorance has no kind of decorum in him that will make him stop and sensibly assess the situation and move forward.
I think this will.
He doesn't have that kind of, he lacks that kind of part of his internal makeup and structure.
No, not in this case, because the reason why he seems so reckless and unpredictable or unpredictably predictable is because he was always controlling the narrative of anyone who came against him. He can't do that this time. So you're about to see some differences between the Trump that you've been seeing and the one that you're going to see now, because he can't turn it off.
That's what I'm saying, but we're saying the same thing. What are you talking about?
Because no, you're saying that he's not smart enough to sit back and assess the situation. He is. He's already done it. The motherfucker was missing for 2 days. He's never done no shit like that before.
And he missed and came out and said what? He came out and said the same idiotic stuff he's always said.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
He did. He dumped it down. He was much more kitten-like than he was like his normal tiger self.
Oh, you mean his demeanor? Yeah,
I'm talking about not only his demeanor, but the things that he said. Normally he retaliates big, like, oh no, oh you know what I mean? He normally goes in like, oh, you want to say that? Well, this is what I want to say to you. Like what he normally says about anybody who talks back. Exactly. The low IQ Where's the low IQ and the not being popular thing? You ain't nobody. You know what I mean? Fake news. You know, failing company and all of that. Those are his go-to.
Huh? He's bringing you in when he tried to say he has done more for Elon Musk. He's done a lot for Elon Musk, and that he's a disgruntled employee. He did try to slash some zingers in there.
That's not what he. That's not what he normally do. That's not what he do.
He's saying it in a professional manner. He's not saying it in his comedian manner, where though.
You guys think that's gonna last? Do you think
it's about to get worse? It's about to get worse. Yes, I think it's about to get way worse. This motherfucker about to shut up all the way. He started it today.
That's coming. I know that's coming.
Well,
he might have dropped so many balls and bombs that he's not going to be able to control himself. The only thing that would save him is if he brought in North Korea, Xi Jinping.
To do what?
Brought in Putin. He brought in the Prince and had all them take Elon out. Other than that, he's not going to win this.
He's not, and that's none of that is going to happen.
He's not going to be able to, unless he has handlers to wrangle him in. He's not going to be able to hold it for too long unless they keep him off the mic, off the keyboard, and from in front of the camera. That's the only way he'll be able to handle it. Because if they let him free and loose, his ignorance is going to take over, and he's not going to be able to control his infantile behavior. So they're going to have to keep him away from all of these things that give him a space to speak.
And that's that's the difference right there, Kim, because he doesn't normally listen to anybody else. He doesn't normally follow anybody's instructions. He doesn't normally do that. And that's why that's partially why he's in the position that he's in right now. But can no lawyers fuck this? They can't do nothing. This motherfucker got that whole X platform, that whole Twitter joint. You can't. His voice is too loud.
Can a Supreme Court do nothing? Nobody can do anything. And Donald Trump created this monster, and now he's going to see Frankenstein come to life and eat the village.
Well, like I said, that's going to be the difference between the Donald Trump that we're used to seeing and the one that you're going to see now. Nobody.
Can both of y'all just do me one favor? Because earlier you was talking about Donald Boys, and now she's talking about Frankenstein. Stop putting our ages out here like this, man.
No. I want everybody to know. I want everybody to know that Gen X can read. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But the thing about it is that, the whole thing about it is that I agree with you, son. I agree somewhat with you, Kim, but son, because we were talking about this earlier. He is not coming at this ball the way he would come at, he would come at Jasmine Crockett, like he would come at Kamala, like he come at Barack, like he come at Joe Biden, like he come at anybody, even the people that left his office that was on his team. He's not. No, he's like really. He's very infantile with Elon. And I guarantee you one thing. I know he don't want to bring them South African fathers here now.
If they're smart, they better not come.
No. Here's the thing. It's too late. You already, like I said, see, the thing is, Elon has calculated this motherfucker's moves. So he's already, when I say that he's painted into a corner, no. When I say that he's painted into a corner, I mean that he's not going to be able to. Normally, you know how Donald Trump will say something on video and then deny that he said it, or just blow off the fact that he said it. That's not going to work. For the first time, it's not going to work. Like the way reporters throw him all those softball questions and don't in order to stay be able to even be able to be at his press conferences. They don't question him or fact check him or do their job. Now they don't have to. They don't have to, because Elon gonna blast all of that shit right there on Twitter.
Well, of course he is. Look at the situation.
Well, at least it looks that way.
Being tied to Epstein, I would have cleared that up yesterday. Trump did not. And Musk did not hedge his words. If this is not social media chatter, this is someone who is calling out the president of the United States and daring him to show his hands are clean. And he's not going to be able to do that because he told all his secrets to his bestie when they had a pajama party. And so his bestie is like, now what, nigga, you gonna do? What you got to say, girl? What you got to say, girl? Remember what you said that night when I was rolling your hair and we was trying on lip gloss? Remember what you said in the room that night?
Well,
and they were at Elon's house when they said it. He's the one who had the big house with the best toys and all the Barbies. And so what can Trump say?
What I'm saying is this. Even with all of that, there are some things in detail that we don't know about because we're not able to get our hands on certain transcripts and things like that. Y'all have to remember that Trump is so incoherent. He is on so much bullshit. His age, his preparation, and all of that. That they have taken away his transcripts because when you transcribe the things that he says, it's incoherent. It don't make no fucking sense. You know what I mean? So they've already done the work of making international making all of the countries outside of the United States have to go to the videos to listen to what Donald Trump says instead of the transcripts. So there are other people who know his shortcomings and they're trying to hide them because there are jobs that are involved. But this shit is fucked up so bad because we don't know. We know how Trump is. We can pretty much calculate how he's going to handle certain situations, but we don't know how Elon is. We don't have a history with Elon. We don't have him as a politician. He's not a public figure. He's a public figure, but he's not the kind of public figure that is required to act in a certain type of way and do certain things. So Donald Trump being the billionaire, millionaire, whatever he is at this current stage, we have had 50 years of watching Donald Trump be in the public eye. We know him as a citizen. We know him as a businessman, a private businessman. And now we know him as a president of the United States, as a politician. We don't have that on Elon. So we don't know what Elon is going to do tomorrow. We don't know, we know that Elon is a drug abuser. We don't know what's that going to make him do. You know what I mean? We don't know if he wants to win so bad. We don't know if he's going to throw the baby out with the bathwater and be like, well, you know what? Here, I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all asses. How about I'm going to show y'all how he won the 2024 election. And since y'all don't want to believe that he lost in 2020, I'm going to show y'all how he definitely lost and how he didn't really win in 2024. We don't know. This is a loose cannon. You know what I mean?
What it looks like to me is one of the world's wealthiest people with a direct line to 100 million Americans. He's asking all the things, and when he feels like he wants to rewrite the party map, he's not joking. It looks like he is gauging numbers. Trump may have started this whole MAGA movement, but it looks to me like Elon is testing whether he can dismantle it. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. So, my thing is, just like my man Buana is saying in the chat, how this is all a distraction and all that. It may be a distraction, but this is the distraction that everybody's looking for, because you're not going to be able to distract. There is not going to be anything more important on the side going down, because that bill.
Something bad could happen. There could be a creative distraction, one that is going to cost the people more than anybody. And I'm not talking about a political distraction. It could be, we all went through 9/11 and look how that turned out. Look what we found out at the other side of that.
Okay.
So we can have another incident like that.
Okay.
And that would be a distraction because it would affect a lot of people. It would break a lot of hearts, and no one knows where it'll come from. That's the problem. No one will know where it comes from because you won't know if Trump did it or if Elon did it, because he has the power to do it.
Okay.
So we could have another incident like that to distract us from this while whatever else happens behind the scenes.
The thing is, you're not, even if a tragic event happens, that's not going to take away from this. You know what I mean? This is not Trump going against LeBron James. This is not. This is a different.
If Elon engineers it, it could just direct more people to go with his thoughts and go with what he's doing and make more people push against the administration. Now, I don't have a problem with it. However, we all know he hasn't been responding to any natural disasters. So all it takes is for Elon to create and generate another distraction, something that, of course, this idiot is not going to respond to the way a president should. And it'll be something so catastrophic because, of course, Elon doesn't care about human life. It'll be something so catastrophic that it will cause people to look to think Trump is going to respond, and he's not going to the way he should. And there it is.
My point. We don't know. That's any of those things can happen. My point is that that's not going to take away from the importance of this. It's not.
But pretty much what you're saying is that this situation oversees everything right now because of who the individual is. This is not no underling. This is not nobody that he done ran against. This is pretty much your underboss. This is the one that's underneath you, that was beside you while you was up here making that march to the top to get elected. He donated $95 million to your darn election. You see, so when you do that, you're not. When he comes out and starts saying things to you, like a wounded person, when he comes out and starts speaking, people are going to listen. They can go back and forth all day, but people are going to listen. And you're right. He's not. He has a major catastrophe going on with him right now. He has Hurricane Elon is hitting his ass. How he deal with it?
That's what I'm saying.
If he keep talking, Elon gonna keep talking. Elon did a mic drop earlier. Yeah, he dropped the mic with that damn Epstein stuff.
No. That wasn't the mic drop. That wasn't that. That's even though like because everybody. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but so many people already knew Donald Trump's involvement with Epstein and all of that. I've seen video of.
They knew about it, son, but just listen. They knew about it, but he knows about it. He's been around them.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't drop the mic. He just made you look at the stage. You know what I'm saying? The mic drop might come tomorrow.
Well, there's more coming.
You understand what I'm saying? Like we don't know. We don't know what he's gonna do. But we're dealing with somebody who is way more ruthless than Trump is. That's what people need to understand. We are dealing with somebody who does not give a fuck.
Well, I mean, when you 335 billion, you really don't have to give a fuck.
No, well, no. Because you look at what Bill Gates said. Now, a lot of people hate Bill Gates because they don't trust what he was doing with the African kids and all of that kind of stuff with the vaccines and the food and all of that. But even Bill Gates came out and said the richest man in the world is out here starving the poorest people in the world.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And like it ain't nothing. And this is the motherfucker that we are looking to take down Trump. So talk about my enemy's enemy is my friend. Well, he's not even our friend, but we still need him to take him out. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's a mercenary. He's a hitman. Whatever we need him to be, we can't trust him either, but we willing to pay him to go ahead and take care of this situation. Now, that's essentially what Trump did with Elon. And now, he's ready to tell him that he's ready to tell the cops that he's responsible for the hit. Yeah, I killed him, but he paid me to do it. We don't know. We don't know what kind of bomb he's going to drop tomorrow. He has too much intel. He got more than the FBI has at this point. One thing we know about the FBI, they ain't going to tell. We can't say that. We can't.
You donate $290-something million to somebody's election that you ain't going to say, well, let me get some of this shit and put this on the side just in case I got to drop the bomb.
What happened was Donald Trump thought that he had already paid off Elon. He thought that he thought his debt was paid some kind of way. He like, well, you made billions, compared to the 277 that you gave me, but you made mad billions off of that. So you good. So now I can go back to, fucking this country up like I was ready to do. Elon like, hold on. You ain't fucking up nothing until I say so. Just like my son told you that you wasn't president and that his dad was, now you saying, I'm gonna show you who's really the puppet master here. I'm gonna show you how the strings really get pulled. You think I spent 44 billion on Twitter? And you're buying Twitter to help your ass so you could ever tell me what to do? Well, you about to learn, sir.
It's like Trump was trying to put him out the office, and Elon coming back like Teddy Riley talking about it ain't over. The party's not over. That shit ain't over, bro. I can't wait to wake up tomorrow morning, get a cup of coffee, and look at the TV just to see this thing. And what
I was saying about we know the FBI is not going to do anything unethical, but Elon will.
Well, he also brought up the fact that he wants to that he was thinking about taking his some of his government. What was it? His government taking his money, taking some of the projects he got away from. He
probably will do it. Like, yo, the boy is on drugs and he mad. But the thing is, the bottom line is you can't put this genie back in the bottle. The Pandora's box is open. It's a wrap. Adam ate the apple.
Well, right now, Elon has over 4 million people who have voted yes to create a new political party in America that represents the 80% of the world.
Okay. Well, that's cool, but I'm not really worried about what Elon could possibly do constructively right now.
That's not even constructive.
Well, I mean, the same people who wanted to secede from secede Texas away from the United States and shit like that, and they were dead serious, and it was more than 4 million of them. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about that. You got to deal with this administration first. You got to deal with this government in order to have.
Plus the same people that want to start a new political party, a majority of people that voted for Trump, I guarantee.
Well, I mean, shit. What MAGA is not a different political party? The Tea Party wasn't a different political party?
Yeah. I guarantee you the MAGA,
libertarian,
the MAGAs, whoever is pulling and talking about, let's start a new one. Elon.
Libertarians. I mean, you all right, cool. New political party.
People to follow him because he's spread his money in Zimbabwe right now. Of course, now he's spreading his money in Canada during these wildfires. So
the thing is,
this money is going to purchase a lot of stuff.
Elon is not worried. Elon. I don't think Elon is worried so much or concerned so much about anybody.
Worried at all.
No, but listen, what I'm saying. I don't think he's as concerned about anyone following him as he is about stopping people from following Trump. Okay. I think that's his mission right now. Now, if anybody out there knows exactly what to do in order to derail that train, he would be the one. So, you know, I don't, you know, a distraction. Yeah, it's a distraction, but this is a distraction that's just as important as anything else that's going to happen, because it's still, you're not going to be able to sweep this under the rug or act like it never happened. Man, you see that shit. You see these dickheads on Fox News, Jesse Waters talking about you know, sometimes friends fight and you know what I mean? And, you know, they might punch each other in the face today and go golfing tomorrow, or, you know what I mean, have sex with each other's girlfriends and all that kind of shit. And I'm listening to this. I'm looking and listening to this shit, and I'm thinking like, man, y'all can't fix this. And I understand, but trying to make light of this shit, it ain't gonna work. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Don't nobody want, as a matter of fact, don't nobody want to hear what y'all have to say as it pertains to anything else except for this situation right here. Because now questions have to get answered. Where y'all been dodging questions and manipulating ways to not answer questions and controlling the narrative of the media and all of that kind of shit. Now you can't do it. You can't do it. So Donald Trump is going to have to scramble. Fox News is going to have to scramble. And so is CNN. Because, you know, CNN and flip-flop, they on some bullshit. So this shit is a lot uglier than people may think. You know, I mean, I understand people talking about the whole distraction thing and how, you know, like, yo, just keep your head on the swivel. Yeah, that's cool. Never take your head off the swivel, but just understand, this is it right here. This is it. You know, you can't be dealing with a tsunami and be like, yo, don't worry about the tsunami. It's a tornado over here. Like, no, this tsunami right here, there won't be no tornado if we don't. The ocean is eating up the fucking shore. It's engulfing the city. It's taking away land. Like, this is more than just a tidal wave. We fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So this is it's different. This is very, very different. It's unprecedented. This is like, I hate to keep saying this is like nothing we've ever seen before, because that's the same shit Trump say all the time. It's like nobody's ever seen anything like this before. You're right. This time, and now he ain't saying that shit. No, nobody's ever seen anything like this before. Now this is the first time we saying it, and he ain't saying it. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Y'all real stingy on the likes. Back up out of the chat. Hit the like. Come right back up into the chat. Or if you're just stopping by doing a drive-by, this is the place to be right now. But please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Hola Salima. Hola Salima. Appreciate that. It helps the channel. The channel needs help. All right. So we are talking about Elon against Trump. Real or WWE? This is very, very WWE-ish. And there's no...
JD Vance would tag in.
Huh?
I wish JD Vance would tag in so he get a little piece too.
Well, you know, remember JD Vance...
Elon did bring his name in it.
He did.
Yeah, he said it's time to impeach Trump and give JD Vance the presidency.
That's what he said.
I don't mean like that. I want him to say something. I want JD Vance.
He ain't gonna say shit.
I know he's not gonna say anything, but I want him to say something.
Well, what has he said since I ain't heard from JD Vance, not a peep, since they had Zelensky in the White House, you know what I mean, ganging up on him and shit.
When he went over there and took out Pope Francis.
Oh yeah, you're right. But see, I didn't hear him kill the Pope. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get the audio.
Okay.
He went over there and John Rambo Pope Francis, man. May rest in peace. What a disgrace.
This Pope we got now from Villanova, he had his Villanova cap on today.
Yeah, how about that? But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow, what Elon has up his sleeve, because I think he in the lab right now. Like, what?
Of course.
What am I going to do tomorrow? How should I handle this?
I know one thing. He in the lab, but they got a plug up his. They got one of them electrical plugs up his ass, charging him up right now.
Man, this thing is extremely crazy.
Let me pull out my manifesto. That's what he's like. Let me pull out my manifesto and look at this map of who I am going to prepare to take down. He is there with his little glasses on, being weird and pre-planning each person's slow death. That's what he's doing.
Well,
he like Denzel Washington in the Equalizer. He just go picking people off during the election.
Yeah, and then he has all the tech to do what he wants. That's the thing. He has all the tech and all the money. Again, he has the briefcase and the pocketbook to do all the things he wants to do.
Well,
no one wins. That's the thing. We lose either way.
Huh?
I said no one wins. We lose either way. But it's definitely a show to watch.
Well, this is bigger than materialism right now. You know, like your money can't buy your way out of this. You can't. You know what I mean? This is like.
Whose money are you talking about?
I'm talking about Trump. I'm talking about Trump.
Really. I was talking about Elon's money. I'm not talking. Trump don't have no money in comparison.
Even with Elon, evidently this is bigger than his money. Because if he was willing to just sit on his $335 billion, he would do it. But this is the power is bigger than the money.
Well, I don't think it's the power. I think it's the pride. His pride is getting in the way of the money, and he don't feel like he was respected or treated right.
You don't think that's power?
No, I don't think. No, I think it's his pride.
You don't think? You don't think that there's power in pride? How do you feel powerful when your pride is low or damaged?
No, when your pride is damaged, you going off the cuff. If it was about his money,
do you feel powerful? But do you feel powerful when your ego is damaged? When your pride has taken a hit, do you feel powerful?
Not really.
Okay, when your pride is high and your ego is intact, do you feel powerful?
When you got enough money like him, if it wasn't about pride, he would have walked off into the sunset.
No, Troy.
This is just my opinion, son.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to show you the flaws in your opinion. You know what I mean? Money.
There'll be flaws in somebody's opinion if that's their opinion.
Because they're flaws in it's a thought. An opinion is a thought.
That's your opinion that is flawed.
Let me finish what I'm saying. So there have been plenty of millionaires that have committed suicide. And it's sure ain't because they couldn't pay their bills. It's sure ain't because they had any financial problems. For people who don't have money, always think that people who have money don't have the same kind of problems that they had. And it's not true. Your psychological problems, your social problems still exist no matter how much money you have. So you can be a sad ass billionaire. And there's a good chance that Elon has a piece of that. There's a good chance that Donald Trump has experienced that. So if any of that stuff that y'all talking about was true, then why hasn't every billionaire or multi-millionaire just sat on their money and chilled. Not one of them has done that.
So can I give you insight on something, how I feel about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my feeling is this, right? We're not talking about every other billionaire. We talk about Elon. And Elon his agenda is to keep his money up. He got all these billions, but he don't want to fall beneath something. He don't want to lose. So when he got on board with Donald Trump, Donald Trump used him just as much as he used Donald Trump. He got all these contracts from the government for billions of dollars. He made all his money off of them. But even to the point where he fired people and people lost money. So now he came into that meeting when they was telling him to leave with a black eye. He was being disrespected the whole time on his way out. When that election was lost in Wisconsin was his downfall because he went all the way to Wisconsin. He paid $1 million to a couple people. He stood on the stage with a cheese head on, and he still lost that election. That was the downfall of Elon.
How was that his downfall?
Because that was the beginning stages to Donald Trump. It wasn't because of him. It was because of Elon. He looked at Elon as the reason his money should have been able to bring that home. But his money didn't bring it home. He was able to cut Elon and have to deal with it within himself.
Trump hasn't won any. Trump
hasn't. You let him go the way you let him go.
Trump hasn't
acting like this. It's not. Yes, he can walk away with his billions, but the way Trump and the other people that was in that office treated him is making him is putting his pride over top of his money.
All right,
that's just my opinion.
Okay. Do you realize that Elon plays video games online and hires people to play for him and acts like it's him playing? I'm giving you the mentality of this fucking man. So when a person that's not even playing for money wants everybody to think that he can beat them at video games. So he hires people to play the game and pretends that it's him. This is what the richest man in the world does with his time. And this is the kind of ego that he has. And these are the kind of things that he concerns himself with. The same way that Donald Trump, billionaire himself, will get into a Twitter beef with Snoop Dogg, LeBron James, or anybody else. So you can't, I'm saying all of this to say that we are failing if we write off them having money as being the only thing that's important to them. When you can't make any more money than you have, it's the power that you go after. We learned that from the JP Morgans, the Andrew Carnegies, the Vanderbilts. Okay, we got more money than we could ever make anymore. So what else can we do? Control everything in this world. We might not buy everything in this world, but we'll control it. And that has worked for generations. So I'm not into speculating on this on crazy shit. I'm gonna deal with actual facts, what I actually know and what I've seen. But I'm not gonna write off anybody as having so much money that they don't give a fuck about this, that, and the third, because they do.
So, but what I'm sitting up here saying to you, son, is that regardless of how much power he has, because he has power, this is not right now. His pride is hurt. If he had it and he said something about how he was being treated when he made a text, he put it out in the text on X. Part of his pride is hurt.
And
he
what?
don't feel as though he was treated with the respect he deserved on his way out the door. So it's not just about power; it's about his pride as well. He got the power.
I'm saying that his money is tied to his power. His ego is tied to his power. How can you if somebody
tell me all this money he got, he has no pride?
He has pride in certain ways and he lacks pride in other ways. All right, Donald Trump is very wealthy, right? What makes him try to protect what makes him hide the fact that he has a bald spot?
His insecurities.
Okay, so that's not tied to his power? Okay, what makes him when he used to be under the tanning lamps all the time, what made him do that?
Insecurities again.
Okay. So
it has nothing to do with pride. Two different things.
What?
Insecurity and pride is two different things.
Oh yeah?
So what you want to do is I can understand you want to give me insight on something, but you can't change the opinion of how I feel about what this man is coming at Donald Trump about.
Okay,
because
but you can't.
He has all the power in the world because he's the richest man in the world, and he can buy and sell and do whatever he wants to do with his finances.
Okay, but
this situation comes when this man respected that man.
But
he did.
You're ignoring the psychology. Yes, because he has all that money, he has all of that power. But if you do not use your power or you do not feel powerful, you don't have the power. If you
when you don't use that power and you don't feel powerful, behind all that, what was the beginning stages of you not feeling powerful, or you feel powerless? Because there has to be a beginning stage. So his pride was hurt. He wants that power. He's going to go after it, and he's going to say some shit to Trump, and he's going to be upfront about it, what he's seen behind the scenes.
Okay, what I'm trying to say to you is this. His pride is hurt, and he's very insecure. Donald Trump is very insecure, and Elon is very insecure. So psychologically, they put up these walls, especially with the money, because they figured if I can show how much money I have or whatever, that will shield me away from people trying to diss me. And when that doesn't work, yes, you feel like your power has been diminished. You know what I mean? You cannot be insecure and call yourself powerful. Yes, your money has power, but you don't have the power. If you get disrespected, if kids don't respect you, your colleagues don't respect you, your woman don't respect you, your family don't respect you, and all of that, you're not as powerful as you think you are. Yes, your money has power, but it only has the power of the dollar sign attached to it. You don't have any real power. Your power is in your influence. The power is in your abilities. Your power is your ability to stay healthy, keep your mind right, to be able to defend yourself. So you can't when you were saying that insecurity doesn't have anything to do with pride, that's totally wrong. Because you can't be prideful and insecure. You can't. It's no way.
What did you hear him say? Because that's not what he said.
He did so.
They're not the same thing. He said they're not the same thing.
And I'm saying they are. I'm saying they are the same thing.
They're not. Pride and insecurities are not the same thing.
No, pride and security are the same thing. So if you lack security, you lack pride. This ain't hard.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you want okay. Google it.
Because I'm proud to be Black, but I also have insecurities.
Okay. So okay. So you're saying that if you pride, if you're proud, you're prideful in all things. You can't break that down. Because you can be proud to be black and still be ugly. You proud of that?
What did you hear me say?
I'm asking you a question. If you could be proud to be black and you could be ugly. So you might be proud to be black, but that's attached to your race. That has more to do with other people than you. But are you proud of the way that you look?
Ugly has nothing to do with your race.
Damn, man, what the fuck is going on tonight? I'm not saying that you're ugly. I'm giving an example. You can be proud in one area and not another area.
But again, those are still two different things. Like, I agree. I do believe both have insecurity and both have ego issues. That is true. But I don't think Elon's issue is insecurity like Trump's issues are insecurity. I believe Elon or ego. There's a huge difference between the two. The way they respond just in life shows it. Like, I think the biggest insecurity, Elon, and I don't even think that anymore because he confesses to it. He admits, I fucking use drugs. He has no qualm about him using drugs. So he's not insecure about that. He's comfortable.
He didn't straight up admit that.
But he didn't deny it either. And he's the one who told people,
but you didn't say,
I use ketamine.
But you, come on.
To the point that it caused me bladder issues. So I don't even think he's insecure with that. But I do believe his ego has been tarnished. And now he is lashing out because his ego is tarnished. And it's only going to grow more with the more things Trump says. But I believe Trump is insecurity because he has to be at the top. He wants the world, he wants people to love him. He wants people to fear him. He needs to be the biggest, the greatest, the strongest. He needs people to cry and need him and bow down to him and kiss the ring. He needs these things where Elon doesn't. I do believe they both have always vied for love of their parents, but Elon got a little bit of it more than Trump. And it shows in both of them how they react to people, how they react in the world, how they live their lives. So I do believe they both have insecurities.
Elon did not admit that he took drugs. He stood right in front of the camera and told the reporters not to ask him that. He told him to move on. He has
admitted that he takes ketamine.
I'm talking. Yes, he did admit that, but when it came,
he admitted using drugs.
But we're talking about his abuse of drugs. A lot of people.
I said use.
Okay, my point is when in certain circles he has admitted, and in other circles he's denied it, or went around the question. So that doesn't sound like somebody who's proud of what they do. That doesn't sound like pride to me. And there's another thing that we have to take into consideration. Elon is what? Well, he'll be 53 this year. And Donald Trump will be 79 this year. No, he's not. He's a couple of years younger than me. Let me see. I think he's only he's younger. I think he was born in 73.
Oh, okay.
What year was Elon Musk born?
Elon Musk was born on June 28th, 1971.
So
he's the same age.
So he is 53. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
53.
So he's 53. He'll be 54. Okay. So you're talking about 54 versus 79. Now, if you could reverse Donald Trump's age, he's 79 now. Imagine when he was more like 50, when he was 53. And he was younger, he was spry, more spry. He had it popping. He was considered to be handsome and rich and all of that kind of shit. He would have been, side by side, Elon would have still had more money, but side by side, Trump would have blew him out. The side by side comparison, because where Donald Trump's ego was in his looks, his prestige, and his American power. Elon Musk had to come to America. Trump was already here. So there's a dynamic when you consider that we have to take into consideration. I'm just where me, you, and Troy disagree with is I'm taking a look at the psychological nature of what he's doing. Like money does certain things to certain people, but you can't discount the psychology that motivates a person to do certain things or not do certain things.
And what I'm looking at is the reality of what a human being would do. I know for a fact that if number one, you can tell that Elon does not have that many insecurities. If he came into that meeting after Donald Trump asked him did he want makeup on his face to cover the black eye, he said, no, I'm okay. He's comfortable with his looks. No, I'm cool. So he came into that meeting with a black eye, knowing that the news people was going to ask about it. It's not what he came in there with, it's what he left out with. He left out feeling disrespected. He left out feeling hurt. He left out feeling like they treated him like a piece of shit. So when he got done leaving that office, he took the weekend off, and when he came back with a vengeance. Now, whether it's real or WWE, he said things out of his mouth that he knows about. I can respect the fact that he has power. I can respect all that. But as a man, you gotta have some pride within yourself. And even though pride comes from the devil, he's a prideful man.
I'm not saying
the way he's reacting. He's not just coming back saying, I want the power, I want the power, I want the power. No, this motherfucker disrespect me. I just gave him $277 million. If that's the case, if I give you $277 million and I helped you get voted in as the president, there's no way in the world you're going to let me, even though you let me leave or you told me it's time for me to leave, you're still going to do that in a respectful way. And he didn't do it. So yes, the money has a lot to do with it, but his pride was hurt. He was disrespected. His pride was hurt. It was things that was in that legislation that didn't benefit what he paid in for, and everything. And that's one of the bottom lines. Because if everything is not just about money. Sometimes, yes, he has the money, but at the end of the day, Kim said ego, pride, whatever. The insecurities he has, but he didn't show them that day. At no point in time did this man show any insecurities while he was on a campaign trail with Donald Trump.
How can you say that?
He didn't show any insecurities. What man insecure come on the stage with a damn one of them motherfucking a thing that chopped down trees and shit. I'm having a brain fart right now.
A chainsaw?
Chainsaw.
Yeah, chainsaw. What makes insecure come on stage, don't give a fuck about his appearance. He walking around with a t-shirt and a blazer.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. How can y'all wait. So because you identify that as being insecure, that makes him insecure?
What you say?
He was wearing what he wanted to wear.
Wait. So if everybody else is wearing suits and you wearing a pair of jeans, a pair of shoes, a damn near mini shirt, and a blazer, you don't think that would make you insecure, son?
No, it wouldn't.
Son, I went to a club before towards the end of summer, and I had on shit while everybody else had on pants, and I was insecure.
Okay, that's you.
So that's me.
Yeah.
If he was comfortable with what he had on, that makes him what? Secure. So he didn't have no insecurity.
Okay. I don't limit insecurity. This is why I'm talking about the psychology of things. I don't limit.
You're talking about psychology. I'm talking about reality.
Psychology is reality. What are you talking about? The way that you think is the way that is the thing is what motivates you to do
the reality
things.
Of the psychology is reality, and if that's what you're saying, then the reality of what I'm thinking that another person is thinking is also my opinion of what I'm thinking that this man is thinking, and I'm going by how he's acting.
See, the difference in what I'm saying is I think the difference between what I'm saying and what you're saying is this. I'm not judging what somebody does through only what I would do. That's not what I'm saying. So just because I wouldn't feel comfortable in a certain situation doesn't mean that somebody else might not feel comfortable. Just like when Allen Iverson came into the NBA and everybody else was wearing when they weren't playing in the game, they were wearing suits and all of that kind of shit. And he was chilling with Tim's on, jeans, baggy jeans, braids in his hair and all of that kind of shit. Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. So no, he didn't feel insecure because everybody was doing it this way.
And that's fun. I didn't say that he was insecure.
No, I'm saying
insecure.
I'm saying that doesn't just because you appear to be comfortable with something, it doesn't mean that you don't have insecurities in other ways. You understand what
Okay, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
But you can tell me that at any point in time, son, and I'm gonna just say this. So what you telling me is that all this that Elon is coming at Donald Trump is because of power. You don't think that he had that his pride, or he was felt disrespected, or he felt like he was let down, or they didn't disrespect him enough the way they told him to leave, and they was to leave office? Because Donald Trump said today, I told him to leave. And Eli said, no, you didn't tell me to leave. So you mean to tell me if that's the case, you don't think that his pride is hurt?
I'm not saying that his pride isn't hurt. I'm looking for his motivation of what he's trying to do. I'm trying to think about what his end game is. Now, okay. I know that he has a problem with Donald Trump. And yes, I think his pride is hurt. I think his ego is hurt. But what I was debating with y'all about is his source of power. Like, I'm
talking about, son.
But listen to what I'm saying. Y'all was saying that he has all of this power because he has this money and he doesn't care about this, that, and the third. And that's what I'm disputing. That's what I've been disputing this whole time. I don't think his money I don't think his power comes from just his money. He feels like he should be entitled to do this, that, and the third. Same thing with Donald Trump. So you can have all of the money in the world, and yes, your money will give you access to things, and it will develop power for you in certain things because you can buy your way in. But in your heart of hearts, you want to be able to make something happen without the money. Because you know that's where the real power is. The money can be stripped away from you. Do you have any power besides that? Like, all right, I know that I could go to the go-go joint and buy and pay any of these chicks to come home with me. But could I go in there? Could I go in there without any money and get anybody to come home? Could I even get a phone number? So you'll be aware of the differences, you know, and that's all I've been trying to figure out. You know, this is bigger than money because both of them have money. Now, Donald Trump being the president of the United States, we know where his power lies, but we also know his limitations. With Elon Musk, we know where his power lies too, but we also are learning about his limitations. Because he ain't just going to be able to buy. Because if it was all of that, you know, that's what he would be using right now. So there's something else that he is looking to do, and we're going to find that out probably in these next few days or whatever. You know,
I think because Trump already has the courts on his ass. Some courts, not enough, but some. And all it takes is for Elon to spark the flame a little bit, put a little lighter fluid on it, and it'll stir the pot enough where Trump should be worried. And because with that...
Wait, you said, hold on. You said where Trump should be what?
I think he should be worried.
Oh, worried. Okay.
I do believe Elon knows a little bit more about those scenarios where he could ultimately finally put this man behind bars and take some people with him. I believe some people are trembling in their boots because they are concerned with how much information Loose Lips has spilled.
Well, none of that's going to matter because Trump already, remember, Trump put in place that a sitting president nothing is going to happen to him. So he ain't worried about ain't no jail. Ain't going to be no jail. But his influence will be fucked up.
And that's his ego issue.
But it's more than that. There's more to it than just his ego when it comes to his influence, because he has been getting away with influencing motherfuckers. Do you think
that's not his ego that will be tarnished if his influence, if his name in the circle of influential people is tarnished? Do you think that's not going to bother his ego? His ego is the reason he ran is because his ego was tarnished. Because Barack Obama put him out there at a roast, and he never got over that. So his whole thing has been about his ego. When he went over there and sat at the table with foreign dignitaries and they laughed at him, his feelings were hurt. So his influence is a big deal to him. He don't even give a fuck about the Trump name as a whole. He's worried about his name. His Trump. Donald Trump. That's what he's worried about. So I do believe if something comes out enough that Elon shares and it causes other people to break character and all the secrets start spilling out, even in little dribbles, I believe that is going to bother him because it's going to fuck with his influence. What he thinks he's put in front of the Saudi press, what he thinks he's showing in front of Putin, which we already know he's already messed that up. What he thinks he's doing in front of Kim Jong-un, what he thinks he's putting out there in front of Xi Jinping. All of these people he looks at, like he already lost, I can't think of the guy's name in England with the bad hair, but when he laughed at him, his feelings were hurt. So more and more, if these people who he looks at and looks up to start to see a decline in how what he thinks is how he appears to them, his ego is going to be tarnished. He is going to feel a way about it. Because in his head, he is the influential person who is the big dog, not only of the United States, who is running everything everywhere. That's why he put out this big ban about people coming in from other countries, because he feels like he is the puppet master.
Okay.
And the moment he realizes he doesn't even hold two of the strings, I think his ego will be tarnished.
Here's the thing. This is bigger than his influence. His personal influence is one thing. This has way more dire consequences than just his influence on a personal level.
Of course.
Listen, hold on. Let me say what I gotta say. With his influence being lost against the whole movement of MAGA that he built, now his credibility is fucked up. So his ability to be able to make everybody think that he's always right and everybody is always wrong, when he loses that, that's when we start thinking about the very end for him. So this is more than just, whether his pride and ego is fucked up. Now we start talking about trying to replace him. And when if and when he gets replaced, then all of those demons of those court battles and all of that shit, that starts to come back into play. Even though he's worked feverishly and has gotten things done to protect him, even if he's not president anymore. But when you build a whole movement, based on your influence, and you see that start to get chipped away, because you want to talk about pride and ego, what gives your ego more boost than feeling like you can do anything, say anything you want, do anything you want, go anywhere you want, even when it's inappropriate, even when it's unethical, even when it's immoral, and still get away with it. Whereas, like when the Access Hollywood tapes came out, and he's talking about grabbing women by the pussy and all that old shit he was talking about, and motherfuckers just wrote that off like, oh, well, that's just Trump. Well, this time that's not what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Because all of that stuff that he did was stuff that he did when he wasn't president. And so allegations, even with him getting found guilty of rape or sexual assault and all of that shit, he was able to walk that off. He was able to say to people, nah, that bitch lying. You know what I mean? This is everybody just coming against me. Well, now this time he can't do that. He can't say that, no, he just, he's going to try to say he just sour grapes because blah, blah, blah. But now that information that Elon is giving out is valid. Whereas everybody else who went against Donald Trump, and even though they all had valid information too, they were labeled invalid. You look at Michael Cohen, his own lawyer, invalid. All of those cats that Trump appointed in his first term, invalid. Even when like Steve Bannon has managed to stay relevant, but he never really crossed the line on Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who have crossed the line on him, the Omarosas, the Michael Cohens, who else? Even his own niece, Mary Trump, and all of that. None of that shit. And everybody, all his supporters were like, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Fuck out of them. They just mad. Well, they can't say that Elon is just mad. Even if he's just mad, they know that, yeah, he's mad and he is just mad. But I think we need to take what he's saying into consideration. With everybody else, nah, we not trying to hear that shit. Oh, the Supreme Court of the United States. No, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Oh, the Circuit Court of in New York. Nah, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Criminal Court. Nah, we ain't trying to hear that shit. The House of Representatives, the Senate. Nah, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Elon Musk. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Whoa. Huh? Hold on now. Whoa. We ain't talking about somebody that's trying to get elected here. We talking about the richest man in the world. Money talks. We listen when the rich talk. All the other motherfuckers, they wouldn't. No, it's different. This is fucking different. So,
elaborate on something when you get a chance.
Yeah, go ahead. You can do it.
I'm not worried. How I feel is that I'm not worried about MAGA because MAGA is they allow him, they don't hold him accountable. The people that I want to wake up are the Republicans, not the MAGA Republicans, the ones that's sitting there on the side that's scared to vote against him. That's not the MAGA. I want the regular Republicans. Because the Republican Party.
You want the conservative Republicans.
What'd you say?
You want the conservative Republicans.
No, I want them the ones I want to wake up. Because when they wake up, then it splits it down the middle now. It splits it down the middle. I'm not worrying about MAGA because MAGA don't hold them accountable. I don't care what Elon say. They still going to find something to knock down Elon. And that's the thing about MAGA Republicans. They'll sit back and, oh, no, that's not what he was saying. That's not how he was feeling. No, that was just a mistake. You see, and even though last week he pardoned Larry Hoover, them pardons took away them federal charges. They don't take away the state charges. So at the end of the day, when that presidency is over, them state charges still sitting there waiting for him. They're not going. The Supreme Court don't take that away. Them state charges is right there waiting for him, for them to say if he's going to get time or is he going to get probation. So at the end of the day, I don't even think he ran for president to run for president to win. I think he ran for president because he didn't want to get locked up. And it just so happened Elon got on board and helped him win.
Well, he definitely.
At the end of the day, right, when you sit back and you look at a person like him, he's arrogant, he's obnoxious, he's disrespectful, he's misogynist. He cares about nobody but himself. At the end of the day, and that's him. You know, and I'm not going to sit up here and say that Elon is not trying to run for office. When you got the power and you have the money and you have the funds to finance your own election, you don't need nobody else. You can run on your own shit. So at the end of the day, I just know from what I've seen and what I've been hearing and from what I've been looking at is that this man is going to fuck with him, is going to say what he want to say, do what he wants to do, and if he's seen, and whatever skeletons he's seen in the Trump closet, he's gonna open that closet, and it's slowly dripping out. However slow it comes out, it's gonna come out. So Trump say 3 things tomorrow, but rest assured Elon is gonna say 4 or 5 things. Nothing is gonna make the MAGA Republicans look at him different. Nothing. Anytime you got grandmothers and grandfathers and great grandparents and all that worrying about Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, and he don't give a fuck about it. You think, and MAGA Republicans don't give a fuck about that. What makes you think that they don't care what Elon say?
Oh yeah,
nothing much.
I totally disagree.
We need to worry about the conservative Republicans.
I totally disagree. I see a shift already.
All right. Me and you both. I mean, we talked a couple months ago. Matter of fact, I think he got in office, and he was about 2-3 months when he got in office. I think it was back in February or March. We was going back and forth about this. And I think both me and you agreed. We said that there has to be people to speak up. But we was talking about the Democrats all the time. Mm-hmm. And I was saying, not just the Democrats, it has to be people. The Democrats are scared. You said, I don't give a fuck about that. They need to speak up. I agree with you, but I told you they're scared. I said, who has to speak up is the conservative Republicans. Thank you for giving me conservative. I said, the Republicans have to split that shit down the middle. And until that happens, we're going to keep going through what the fuck we're going through.
Well, what we were talking about was you were saying that the Democrats were scared because you think that Donald Trump had something on them. I don't think that was it. I didn't say that he had something on them. What I said was he can put investigations on them just at a blink of an eye. But that's having something on them. You ain't worried about an investigation if you haven't done shit.
Yes, but this is what you just said. If you haven't done shit,
right?
You would have been in it, and you got Chuck Schumer, you got Maxine Waters, you got what's the other one name from California that was the speaker before? You got all these people that have been in the office for so many years that might have done some underhanded shit that don't nobody know about.
Well, listen, if you're a politician, you've been listen. All right, cool. But what I'm saying is, and what I was saying was, somebody has to have integrity enough to push back, because what's the point in having a party if you don't have any, if you don't exercise any power? I felt like they were all demoralized, and they was begging him to chill and hope and you know, the shit that they were saying at the time, you know, hopefully, you know, he'll do the right thing. And they were sounding dumb to me. They were sounding stupid as shit.
Right now.
Huh?
He was sounding like he sounds right now.
No. But they were acting like this motherfucker could possibly have had a change of heart. Like he was just going to say, all right, I fucked y'all up enough. Now I'm going to start doing the right thing. I'm like, yeah, come on, man. Y'all sound stupid as hell. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't see how you can stand in front of a microphone and a camera and say that kind of shit based on how this motherfucker has done before. Like he ain't not gonna have no Scrooge like no Ebenezer Scrooge like epiphany and all of a sudden start giving gifts to the kids. The fuck is wrong with y'all? But as far as this situation is concerned, my thing is with Trump and everybody else. Everything has a beginning and an end, and the middle is normally the biggest part. So I don't think I think that those MAGA cats would have stuck will stick with Trump and may have stuck with him through the fire and all of that, even with him putting off the most important promises that he had made to them. But now they're starting to see why some of those promises, the important ones, which are the prices and shit like that, and things that benefit the common man, the working man, the working person. Now they're forced to listen about why those things aren't ringing true. You having the man that you know don't give a fuck indict somebody else for not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, if you know that you're going to fall to your death, you're going to hold on to whatever you're holding on to. Like, let's say you're holding on to rafters, and you know that if you let go of these rafters, that you're going to fall to your death. You're going to hold on as long as you can. And I think that probably will happen with these MAGA supporters, you know, because this is more than just them having to switch sides and change their mind. They're a whole way of life and a whole ideology of theirs is going to have to be shifted. And so it's going to be hard, but they don't have a choice this time. Everybody else gave them a choice about whether to listen to them against Donald Trump. Now they're not going to have a choice. It's being taken away from them.
Well, son, how I'm feeling about it right now is that you're giving MAGA people a little bit too much credit to their thinking process. You know, MAGA, I went on another person's podcast that was a MAGA person. And one of the main things he said to me is that I'm glad Donald Trump is letting them South African white people, farmers come in. That way we can have more white people in this country. Because his thought process is that the minorities are going to become the majority. And he don't want a majority black planet like that. He want all white to be here. Mm-hmm. He want that to stay that way.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me that these racist, Bible Belt people and all these other people, because the majority of the reason why he won was white women and white men. You understand what I'm saying? So when you turn that around and you see that, you think that the MAGA people are going to sit back and say, you know what? Nah, I don't believe shit that Elon's saying. I'm not going to give them that credit, but I will give the conservative Republicans credit because at some point in time, there has to be an epiphany and a wake-up call. And that's where that comes in at. That's when somebody's going to pull away. Even your dumbass girl, what's her name? MTG, she said, well, she's trying to ease her way out of signing off on that bill, saying, well, I didn't read 2 pages of it.
Already signed it, though.
Yeah, she signed it already, but she didn't read. She's trying to cover her ass because she knows when come that election, she's out.
Well, see, here's the thing.
But she's not announcing her loyalty to Donald Trump either.
No, she's not.
and she's not going to. But I'm not gonna. There are more voices that aren't being heard than the ones that are being heard. If none of these MAGA cats are jumping ship, then why is his approval rating so low?
True.
So we can't just because listen. The outspoken ones are the ones that we are using as an example. And I'm like, nah, You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a big math major, but I know statistics. So when I see these polls, before I look at the number, the percentage numbers of the polls, I look down at the bottom of the page and the bottom of the screen, those small numbers that show you the amount of people that they actually polled. Because the media says this many percent of Americans believe this. And you look at the actual number and it'd be like 1,500 people that they polled. So they telling you like, oh yeah, he's only polling at 30% or whatever. But it's only you only poll 1,500 people. All right.
Of the demographic of people.
And not only so we don't even know who they polled. You know what I mean? So you can get the results that you want in a poll, and you can get the results that you don't want, depending on who's taking them. So who's taking a poll? So just because we see these outspoken MAGA cats, you know what I mean, blah 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 blah, there are more people who are silent and that'll just go into the ballot box and be like, look, I'm not voting for that motherfucker this time, but I ain't saying shit. The motherfuckers that's yelling and screaming and all of that, we gotta stop letting them set the narrative of what's happening. So yeah, I don't expect to change the mind of the outspoken MAGAs, because they've already painted themselves in the corner the same way that Donald Trump is painting himself in the corner with Elon. But the other ones, the other diehard MAGA supporters that will not get in front of a camera, that will not yell, that will not protest, those are the ones that are probably saying like, you know, shit, fuck that. Gas is high, food is high. And I mean, I just got diagnosed with this condition, that condition, and all of that. He talking about man, fuck that motherfucker. And now I see Elon is the boy that he appointed. Let me see him try to weasel his way out of that one. So but time will tell. Time will tell. Shit, if those conservative Republicans were so powerful, they would have done something by now. The motherfuckers ain't done shit.
I didn't say they were powerful. What I said is that the situation with Elon will awaken some of them, not the MAGAs, because the MAGAs are the ones, like, after the first election, in this election, I'm never going to think that a MAGA, especially the first one, I'm never going to think that a MAGA will go in there and say, well, I'm going to vote for this person. No, fuck that. I don't think that.
What I'm saying is, it's not the ones who talking that we have to listen to.
It's the ones that's not talking. And the ones that's not talking are the ones that's scary, because them the ones that makes the decision. Them the ones that made the decision that he got voted in the first time.
No, they're not.
They wasn't?
No. See, what my brother lived down south. And he said, Trump is going to win in a landslide. He said, you come down here, you don't see no Hillary Clinton, nothing. He said, you see Trump. Now, he wasn't just speaking, because he was traveling a lot down south in California and all that kind of shit. So he's from his example, like up here, we thinking like, oh yeah, Hillary got this in the bag. Down there, he was like, shit, Trump got this. So it's not always what we see in front of us that are representative of what's really going on. Shit, I saw this nut ass interview. I think he had Skinny Joey Merlino on there and all that, talking about how all of these people, how much they love Trump and Philly and all of that. I was like, what the fuck is you talking about? Philly don't vote Republican. And they was like, Philly, a city like Philly would never be woke. I was like, are you fucking crazy? Then you go straight to the stats of how we voted, and you see 80% Kamala Harris. Like, so fuck but all those MAGA cats was screaming loud. They were screaming loud, and I imagined that they actually did vote for Trump. But and when it came to the ballot box, Democrats won in a landslide in my city once again.
Well, when you look at you were saying all the pundits and all these percentages and all these charts of how Hillary Clinton was going to win. What happened was the MAGA people, or the people that was on the side, said, you know what? Well, I'll make the decision when I got in the ballot box. And when they got to the ballot box, them the quiet ones that wasn't all loud in this first election.
They were not silent, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Motherfuckers hated Hillary. They fucking hated her.
Son, I sat up here and looked at the whole thing them years when the time he was running for election, and that night of the election, and it was like, I don't believe this. All these people, some of the people that were saying they were going to vote for Hillary voted for Trump.
No. I understand what you're saying on that, but you also
the loud ones are going to speak out loud, but it's the ones that you looked at. It's them white people that you looked at in your face, or the black people that you looked in the face and said, no, they're going to vote for Hillary, or they're going to vote for Kamala.
No,
and they voted for Trump.
You have to remember that in 2016, so many people did not vote. And a lot of people did not vote, especially Democrats did not vote because they didn't want to fuck with Hillary. And that gave Trump not only a chance, but I didn't think that that Trump would win the presidency, because I never thought that people would vote for an idiot. But you also have to you also have to take into account that, like, I didn't think that anybody would vote for vote.
A new racist and misogynist.
No. All of them motherfuckers have been racist and misogynist. I don't give a fuck about that. But I didn't think that they would vote somebody in there who never had office before. That's unprecedented. That does not happen. That does not happen. Not the president of the United States. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you normally, if you're a president, you're a senator before, a governor or something. You know what I mean? You don't go from zero to president of the United States. But you have to remember that Donald Trump also was on TV before. His money spoke loud. People thought that he had more money than he actually had. And he tapped into their racist nature from 8 years of Barack Obama. So they were primed and ready to be very, very racist. And that's what happened. And that's what happened again, like this time. You know what I mean? He did such a bad job. With
people who voted for Reagan at one time, or their parents voted for Reagan at one time.
Reagan was governor of California. He was also an actor before, and the stakes. But you have to consider how bad Jimmy Carter had fucked up with the whole. You know what I mean? With the gas crisis,
with the Iran hostage.
The Iran hostage crisis, the fucking gas. I don't know if you remember. You know what I mean? I was like 6, 7 years old, seeing them long ass lines of gas. You know what I mean? You know, like that 4 years was treacherous. That 4 years was treacherous. And I
don't think that changed the people who were racist in this country.
It wasn't. What I'm saying is it was. Reagan didn't tap into people's racist nature. Not what he was saying. That's not what he ran on. Donald Trump literally ran on the shit.
It may not have been what he ran on, but people recognize it and who are the same.
Listen, Donald Trump got elected when we were full-fledged adults. Ronald Reagan got elected when I was 10 and you were 9. Our perspective of that is totally different. But one thing is for sure, Reagan didn't run a campaign on no racist shit. Now, Richard Nixon did, but Ronald Reagan didn't. That's not how he won. He won because he already had a deal for the hostages to be released, but not until he won. So the same way that Kamala and Biden couldn't get that border thing under full control because Donald Trump already told motherfuckers not to vote on that shit. It was the same way that Reagan did with the Iranian hostages, the hostages that were in Iran. But he didn't run on a racially charged platform. He was just, his policies going forward were very, very racist, and I'll never give the Reagan era any type of grace or credit. But it is what it is, and you know what? It is after 4:00. That's what it is. It's after 4:00, so we're gonna do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. But it's been a pleasure once again. Yes, it has. It has been a pleasure. Before y'all go, let's take a look at this poll. Has Elon's antics towards Trump affected the diehard Trump supporters' opinion of Trump in any way? 33% says yes, Elon is killing Trump badly. 20% says no, Trumpers will never be swayed. 8% said, I can't believe this is happening. And 38% said, I knew this shit would happen. Wow. Well. Ain't that some shit? Well, I'm surprised that people are saying I knew this shit would happen, because I really question if people really knew it would happen. But it's all good. It's all good.
I'm one of the people who said it.
You're one of what? Yeah, but people like me and you did say it. But the thing is, I don't think enough people out there were saying it. You know what I mean? I suspect that there's some Monday morning quarterbacking going on. Like, yeah, I saw that shit. Anybody could see that. Yeah. It's like, well, why did you lose $500 on the shit? That's why they call it gambling, right? Like, all right, motherfucker. Okay, I hear you. But yeah. All right, y'all. Listen, 4:05. It's time for Betty Bye. We'll do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. Y'all be safe, be good. Have a great Friday today. I see y'all tomorrow. Music show tomorrow night, 1 a.m. instead of the 2 a.m. And remember, tomorrow we are talking about the big stage versus the small room. So which musical artists do better on the big stage, and which ones do better in the more intimate settings?
All right.
So
well, have a good one, everyone. Stay safe.
All
right, y'all. Y'all be good. Peace. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 5th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special, because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. And there are a lot of birthdays today. So if this list is long, please bear with me. Ronnie Green, my girl Ronnie Green. We go all the way back to the second grade together. Happy birthday to you. And she's raising money for the big brothers and big sisters of the Triangle Incorporated. And also Tony Tone, happy birthday to you. And Lakeisha Renee, Gloria Fallon, Christina Foster, Thelma Williams, Dallas Thomas, Darlene Henderson, Ebony Graham, Victoria Brock, Erica Perez, Kathy Dance, Jamila Muhammad, Donald Pool Shark Fuller, and he's raising money for Eagles Autism Challenge Incorporated. Also, Scott Stevens, Rowena Lynn Jones Falk, and last but not least, Rhonda Walker. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious June 5th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, oh my God, I don't know how this thing is going. I don't know how this show is going to end too. All I know is this shit is wild. What that shit they're into. I thought he'd get to see more money, but he's about to take it all away. It's so wild to see Elon fuck up Trump today. Fuck up Trump today. And I'll take with me files on Epstein to put them away so the public can see. It's so wild to see Elon fuck up Trump today. All right, yo. Hey, yo. I said, hey, yo. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will see. We going to monitor this whole situation and see how this thing plays out. I don't know, man. I would say get your popcorn, but it looks like you might actually have to jump in at some point to see what's going on here, see what's going on. Excuse me. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Y'all was stingy as shit with likes tonight, but I ain't mad at y'all. Nope, I ain't. It's cool. Y'all participate. So we get 62 votes on the poll, but only 17 likes. That's all right. I see you. I know where your mama stay. I know where your sister. All right, y'all. Holla. Peace. Have a good night, y'all.